Izzy, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my favourite fictional couples. This is not like a complete list. I have a lot of favourite couples, but these are some of my top ones. I might do another video with my part 2 of my favourite fictional couples, but these are like the first ones I thought of, and yeah, they're pretty much my favourite. So yeah, these are all, like, I say fictional, but I mean like book couples. Like, I have a lot of favourite fictional couples from like TV and movies and stuff, but this is strictly just for books. So yeah, let's get started. I guess if you don't want any spoilers for these books about who ends up with who, then you can skip ahead. I'll leave timestamps in the description box. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk about spoilers in terms of plot and stuff, just strictly about the fictional couples. So my first favourite fictional couple is Ron and Hermione from Harry Potter. I feel like the majority of people like Ron and Hermione together. I know there are a few people who don't think they're a good match, but personally I think they're wonderful. I just really like relationships that are built on years of like friendship and trust, and I just really like having a really solid foundation for my favourite couples because that makes me way more invested, and I feel like I can connect to them more because I can see where they're coming from. I find it really hard. Insta love as a whole is annoying, but I just find it really hard to root for a couple who don't have a background to them. I don't know, it's just something I like. I like a long history, even if it's an enemies to lovers history. I just like a background. But yes, I love Ron and Hermione together. I think they balance each other out really well. I really like their banter, I really like their friendship, I really like the trust they have in each other, and it's definitely a trust that grew, and they learnt like each other's strengths and weaknesses. They learnt how to help each other. They just learnt each other, and I think they are wonderful, and I just love it so much. And when they ended up together in the last book, I read that scene like 5 million times because I was just so pleased that they ended up together because I wanted it during every book. So yes, I love this. Also, my favourite scene is the Yule Ball. That's peak Ron and Hermione content. Love a bit of angst. But yes, they are definitely my favourite Harry Potter couple. I was never a big fan of Harry and Ginny, but I love Ron and Hermione. I just think they fit together really well, and I just love that they were friends for so many years, and yeah, they just had a great foundation for a relationship. So Ron and Hermione, my OG ship. They're definitely my first favourite fictional couple. Like, it was the first couple I really rooted for, so yes, love them. My second favourite fictional couple, and also probably my second historically favourite fictional couple, like it was Ron and Hermione, and then it was Percy and Annabeth from Percy Jackson. I feel like it's a united opinion, right, that Percy and Annabeth are perfect for each other. Like, I've never come across anyone who didn't like Percy and Annabeth, because just like Ron and Hermione, they just fit together so well. Their relationship is built on years of friendship and trust and adventures and experiences that they've shared together, and they have had to learn to trust each other so much, and it's just such a pure and healthy and respectful relationship. And it continues into Heroes of Olympus, the like follow-on series from the Percy Jackson series, and it just gets even better. They just flourish, and House of Hades is definitely the best when there's you know where, if you've read House of Hades. Love that peak Percy and Annabeth content. It was great. I just loved them, and when they got together I was so happy. I was just like, oh, they're just such a pure relationship, and it's definitely one of the healthiest relationships I've ever read about. And yeah, I love them. Like, there's a little bit of hate to love, but also like friendship to lovers. It's like the perfect of everything. So yeah, Percy and Annabeth were my OG, loved them. Ron and Hermione and Percy and Annabeth were like 12-year-old me's jam. Like, loved that. My next favourite fictional couple is Ronan and Adam from The Raven Cycle. I love Ronan and Adam. I love Ronan and Adam separately, especially Ronan. He is my favourite character from the Raven Cycle. He's just so interesting and so complex, and I feel like he has the most like plot lines in the Raven Cycle. Like he just has a lot to do. He's just a great character. He's just such a compelling character. I love him. And Adam is also a very complex and compelling character, so I really like how they vibed. You can see I'm a fan of friends to lovers because all three of these are like kind of best friend-ish to lovers. And yeah, I just like, this was much more of a angsty romance, I would say. Like it took a hot minute to get there, and I was like, I read this series like after the final book came out, and I literally after like the first book had to Google whether they ended up together, because I was like, I can't commit myself so much to this couple if they're not going to end up together, because I loved them so much and I needed them to be together. They're just, again, such a good match. They really like balance each other out. Adam's very like uptight and is easily stressed. Ronan's more chill and just, I do what I want. And Adam's very intelligent. Ronan's very adventurous, and they just work together so well. And I love that surprise surprise, it was built on trust. I love that. I love a bit of trust in a relationship, and yeah, again, respectful, just solid romance. And I just, when they, the scene where they get together, perfect, loved it. And I'm so excited for the Dreamer trilogy, because we did not get nearly enough Adam and Ronan content when they finally got together. When did they get together? At the end of Blue Lily Lily Blue? Or was it in the Raven King? We didn't get enough either way, so I'm ready for that Adam and Ronan content in Call Down the Hawk, and I hope I'm not disappointed, because I've been very highly anticipating it and I can't wait to see these characters again. I think the main thing about all these couples is I love the characters so much separately that when they're together it's like even better, because I love person one, I love person two, put them together and it's just like, I love them too much. I love them too much. And yeah, Ronan and Adam, they're great. Top quality romance. I do also love Blue and Gansey from the Raven Cycle, but Ronan and Adam just top them. But I do love Blue and Gansey, and I really hope we see more of them in Call Down the Hawk as well, because again, it was just a very respectful, healthy romance. I think Blue and Gansey may be a bit healthier than these two, because they're kind of a hot mess, but in the best way. Then we have Nick and Charlie from Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. Will I shut up about it? No. I will talk about this graphic novel for the rest of my life, because I just love it so much. This is volume 1, volume 2 is out, and I don't know if a lot of people know, like if you've read the volume 1 and 2, I don't know if you know this, but the graphic novel is very far ahead online, so if you've read volume 1 and 2 and you need more Nick and Charlie content, which who doesn't, then I will leave the link down below, because it's like way ahead, at least 2 more volumes ahead, I think. It's great. But Nick and Charlie are just the purest couple ever. They are, I believe, 14 and 15 or 15, yeah, 14 and 15, because Charlie's 15th birthday was definitely shown in one of the volumes, and they meet at high school and they sit next to each other in class and become best friends, and then something more. Oh, Izzy, is there a theme? Yes, I love friendship, okay? My relationships have to be built on friendship. It's what I live for. So yes, Nick and Charlie are just like the sweetest, most adorable couple ever. Like they're just so lovely, like separately they're just so nice. They're just like the nicest people ever, and they're just such fun characters on their own. They're very like dynamic, and I feel very like attached to them. Nick is like very loyal and outgoing and caring, and Charlie is exactly the same, and they just work together so well, and they just love each other and just want the best for each other, and yeah, just want to be in each other's corner, and it's the best, and they're just adorable. And this series is basically just about their relationship, so it's great. We don't need any extra plot lines. It's all about Nick and Charlie, just the way it should be. So yeah, Nick and Charlie are my faves. I love Alice Oseman, read her book, she's great. My next couple I think is slightly more debated about whether it's the correct ending, like the correct ship to have sailed, whereas I think the other ones are pretty across the board agreed, but that is Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky from To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This... oh, I didn't actually explain what any of these books have been about. Harry Potter, about a boy named Harry Potter who's a wizard. Percy Jackson, about a boy named Percy Jackson who's half human, half god. He goes on quests. It's a fun time. Heartstopper, about Nick and Charlie meeting in school, becoming friends. It's great. The Raven Cycle, who knows what that's about? How can you summarise the Raven Cycle? You can't. It's about a group of boys, the Raven Boys, and Blue, who is from a family of psychics, and the boys are on the hunt for an Irish or Welsh, I never remember, I think it's a Welsh king buried, and she joins them on that quest, and there's magic and it's wild. So there you go. But To All the Boys I've Loved Before is about Lara Jean, who every time she has a crush she writes a letter. When she's finished with her crush, she says everything she wants to say, gets it out of her system, puts it in a hat box and moves on with her life. But one day the letters are somehow sent out and she has to deal with the repercussions of all these boys knowing that she had a crush on them, and it's awkward. But yeah, I just love Lara Jean and Peter. There is it kind of a love triangle? Like there's another love interest in the second book. Not really a love triangle, it's kind of a love triangle, but there's a second love interest in the second book and a lot of people prefer him. I'd say it was more like 60-40, like 60% probably like Peter and like 40% like the other dude. But I just love Peter and Lara. I think it's lovely. There's like fake dating in the first book, which is incredible. I love a bit of fake dating. Like, we need more fake dating. It's required. If I ever write a book, fake dating is going to be occurring. But yeah, they're just delightful. I love Lara Jean. Peter, I feel like he can come off a bit like one of the lads, but deep down he has a very kind heart and he loves Lara Jean and he loves her sisters, and he just goes out of his way to try and do everything he can to make Lara Jean happy and connect with her family, and he just goes above and beyond, in my opinion, just to do everything he can to make their relationship work. He's a bit iffy in the second book, but I feel like he makes a comeback. I just really enjoy them. I don't know why as much, like I know why I love the other couples. This one, it just makes my heart warm. So yeah, I just love this series, and I love Lara Jean and I love Peter Kavinsky. He's got a good heart, so yeah, I love them. Oh my god, I literally just realised like all of this is friends to lovers. Like the foundation is there for all of these. It just, I don't know, I just feel so much more connected with couples when they have a long history and a solid foundation and like a reason for them to love each other. Like you know why they love each other because you've seen it and you've like grown with them. That's just makes me really connect to a couple. So that's why literally all of these are the same thing. But yeah, that's all of my like favourite fictional couples, but there are obviously more, so I don't know, maybe at the end of the year I'll make another one of my favourite fictional couples. I really want to try and read more female romances because I have read quite a lot, but like a lot of these couples are over series, which is why I like love them so much and I've got so invested in them. And there's not many like series with female romances, so I haven't had the time to like love and get to know them because they're usually just like standalones. But I am currently in the middle of Girls of Paper and Fire, and that's got a female romance in it and I'm really feeling it at the moment, so I'm hoping that might become one of my new favourites. So yeah, that is all of my favourite fictional couples for today. Let me know what some of your favourite fictional couples are. I love to know because people just get so enthusiastic and I just love it. It makes me so happy. So let me know what your favourite fictional couple is, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye!